Once you've entered into UBW, you're going to want to click on the procurement button to enter into requisitioning. Your first option is Purchase Requisition under Requisitions header. This is how you start to create a requisition. First box, you make sure your name is correct. Then you also would go down to the default GL analysis and make sure that your cost center code is correct for your program. The third item is your delivery address. This is where you make sure that it is correct. If it is not, you have the ability to change it, but you should do the drop down under delivery contact and select the blank spot, tab, always tab in UBW, and then tab into the delivery address and make your changes there, and then tab out to make sure those changes register with the system. So in purchase requisition, when you're first entering your requests, if there is specific instructions that you need to give to your management team or purchasing, it should be entered in the message section here in the requisition entry field. This message will show up in your requisition details section upon workflow approvals. Messages for review. Once you're complete and everything in the requisition entry field is complete, you'll go to Requisition Details. Requisition Details is the section where you'll be entering the products that you would like to purchase. You can click on a line or hit the Add button. Once your cursor is in the product box, you will then type in something that you're looking for. Let's say copy paper. You will receive a drop-down menu and you will select the item that best suits your needs. Then tab. That will fill out the entire line and you'll just need to change the quantity if needed. If you are looking for a specialty item, such as a sofa, couch, stove, some sort of appliance, you can go to the Product Explorer tab and select the search box and type in, let's say, stove, and hit search. This will enable you to see pictures of the items that you're looking to purchase. You can click on the photo and it will enlarge. In this section, you can also add items to your shopping cart, but you will have to select your quantity first and then hit the Add button. It does not show you the end of your selection, so it doesn't show you a shopping cart. So in the end, if you placed any of your orders in Product Explorer, you should always go back to Requisition Details to see the list of items that you have selected. Once you've finished entering all of the items that you're looking for, review, and you can delete or change anything at this point. Once you hit the Save button, you will no longer be able to delete a line, but you can close a line. Once you create a line, you can also enter in workflow information. You can also enter detailed information. If you were selecting a generic item that you saw on Amazon.com or Target or Walmart.com, you can select a generic item, and if you scroll down, you will see the other generic options. There's a generic Target, there's a generic household, generic Amazon. You'll select the item that best suits your needs and the vendor, tab, and then in the description you can actually paste the link but if the link is too long, you can paste it in the product text section. The product text section is specific to each line item in your requisition details. So you can do a product text for all 10 lines if you have 10 lines. If you are a operations director or a VP and you're entering items for another home, you can change the cost center code down at the bottom where it says GL analysis. If all of the lines are for the same cost center code but not the one in your requisition entry field, you should change the requisition entry field first before you enter any line items, because they will match your original cost center code. Once you have completed entering your items, you will hit save. There are two options when you hit save. One may be the funds check failed, which you can discuss with your management team and say okay. And the other is the posting cycle number. We always check off standard requisitions. You'll wait for the line to turn blue. If it doesn't, it's going to default to the wrong one. Once you hit the blue, you will say okay, and it will give you a requisition number that starts with a 2. The purchasing department will have to reject your order if it is a 6. Sorry. Once you've saved your requisition, you will receive a requisition number on the top, but you do not have to write that number down. You can go back to the main menu, and this would be a new item. How to look up requisitions that you've already submitted. Back to procurement, under requisitions header, you're going to go to inquiries. It's a drop-down menu option, and you're going to go to own requisitions. This will give you a list of every single requisition that you have submitted in chronological order. Once you have the requisition number you want to look up, you can write it down and go back to the main menu. And then the next thing that you would need to do is look up a workflow query requisitions. And this will show you if for some reason you haven't gotten your product in a while, it's been a few weeks, you can go here and under the requisition number box, you can type in your requisition number and hit the search button, and it will tell you where your requisition is in workflow. So if it's waiting for somebody to approve, it will tell you the task is waiting for somebody. If it is completed, it will say finished, and you can click on the finished text in blue, and it will give you a drop-down chart of where it went, who it went to, when it was approved. If you hold over the names, it will show you the time, the date, and it'll do the same for if it was rejected or if it's still in workflow. It'll show you who it's waiting for.